A very good morning to all of you. I once again welcome you all to this current video lecture. So, in the last video lecture, we stop at one important point that is called as the dipole moment and the molecular structure. Nextly, we completed one important aspect of this molecular structure that is called as the molar polarization of a that non-polar molecule in a presence of the electric field. So, what is my particular behavior of that particular non-polar molecule in an electric field? So, that point we completed in a last video lecture. Now, today we are going to take the next related point to the previous. The name of the today's point is called as the again molar polarization, but now we have to consider this molar polarization of a polar molecule. In the last lecture, we discussed the molar polarization of a non-polar molecule on the another way. Today, we are going to take the molar polarization of a polar molecule. So, what type of polarization can be given by the polar molecule, that we have to discuss in the today's lecture. Now, as we look towards the previous lecture, that what type of polarization can be given by the non-polar molecule. So, one important polarization can be given by the non-polar molecule in the presence of electric field, and that is called as the induced molar polarization. So, that polarization is a temporary, exists up to the presence of the external electric field. That's how we can say that that polarization is called as the temporary polarization, and so it is called as the induced molar polarization. Now, today, if we consider now the sample molecule as a polar molecule, initially it is a polar in nature. So, what type of the polarization can be shown by the particular molecule? So, for this purpose, we have to consider a polar molecule under the two different type of the conditions. So, condition number or the case number first is that these are the two different figures. With the help of these two different figures, we have to concern the molar polarization shown by the particular polar molecule. So, first of all, if we look toward the figure A, so what is this figure A? This is nothing but the molecular dipoles in absence of electric field. We know that the molecule of our today's concern is a polar molecule. So, we know that that polar molecule has the already it has the some type of the polarity, means it has the polar nature, and that's why that molecule has the presence of the molecular dipoles. The molecular dipoles are present in a polar molecule. So, what happens when we consider such a type of the polar molecule containing the this type of the molecular dipoles? So, what happens in the absence of the electric field? When we consider that molecule in the absence of electric field, so this type of the randomness is observed. This type of the randomness is observed. Now, what mean by this randomness? These molecular dipoles, they travel in a random direction. They travel in a random direction. They cannot have a fixed flow of their orientation. They cannot have the fixed flow of their orientation. That's how we can say that this type of randomness is observed in the absence of the electric field. This is the absence of the electric field. That's why no any charge plate is there. This is the absence of the electric field. So, we can say that in the absence of the electric field, there is a random behavior of the molecular dipoles is occur, and due to which what happens, due to this such a type of the random motion or the random behavior of the molecular dipoles, one type of the polarization can be shown by this type of the molecules, and that is called as your particular that is your molecular polarization, that is your induced molar polarization. So, that induced polarization can be shown by this type of the molecules in the absence of the electric field. But now, if we consider the same molecule in the presence of the electric field. So, for this purpose, we take here two charge plates. One is a negatively charged, second is called as the positively charged. So, in the presence of the electric field, what happens? These molecular dipoles in an electric field. This molecular dipoles is now present in presence of the electric field. So, what happens? These molecular dipoles in an electric field and orientation polarization. Now, what happens due to the presence of the electric field? The randomness of the orientation of these molecular dipoles becomes normal, or they become a regular. Means what? The end or the pole of a particular molecular dipole points or it get oriented towards the oppositely charged plate. Means, for example, if this is a first molecular dipole, if one of the end of this molecular dipole is a positively charged, so what happens? Due to the force of attraction, this positive end get orient towards that particular plate which has the opposite charge. Means this positive end of the molecular dipoles orient towards the, or it get attracted towards the negative plate, while the second end, that is called as the negative end of this molecular dipoles, get oriented or get attracted toward the positive plate. So we can say that the randomness which is observed in a figure A get regular, or somewhat the regularity is observed in case of the orientation of the molecular dipoles, and this type of uh, ordered arrangement of these molecular dipoles can be observed in presence of the such a type of the electric field. So we can say that for the first difference between this figure A and figure B is that the randomness of molecular dipoles is observed in figure A, while in this figure B the orderedness of these molecular dipoles is observed in the figure B. Now, due to this type of the thermal agitation, due to such a type of the thermal agiation, what happens? One type of the polarization can be generated by the given molecule, and that polarization is called as the orientation polarization. This polarization is now called as the orientation polarization. So we can say that whenever a polar molecule is placed in presence of the electric field, it show the two type of the polarization. One polarization is called as the induced molar polarization, while the second polarization is called as the orientation polarization. So if we want to calculate the total molar polarization of a polar molecule in the presence of electric field, so what is it? So that is called as a total polarization. So that total polarization is nothing but the so before that, that molar polarization. So how to calculate that, or how to express that polarization? So again it is expressed with the same term, that is called as the d minus 1 upon d plus 2 into m upon d. Now what is this? So this is called as the molar polarization of a particular polar molecule. So with the help of the same term, we can again express this type of the molar polarization for a polar molecule. Now, if we want to calculate the total molar polarization of this polar molecule, so what is the equation for that? So that equation is a total molar polarization, that is Pt is equal to. Now in this case what happens? This total molar polarization of a polar molecule is a combination of two different type of the polarizations. So what are that? The first is called as the Pi plus second is called as the Po. Now, what by this Pi and Po? This Pi stands for the induced molar polarization, and this Po stands for orientation polarization. So these two type of the polarization can be observed, and that's why this total molar polarization of a polar molecule is a combination of these two types of the polarization, is equal to, again it is equal to the next parameter, that is equal to the again this next parameter is your d minus 1 upon d plus 2 into m upon d. So this is a general equation for this total molar polarization is equal to Pi plus Po is total equal to d minus 1 upon d plus 2 into m upon d. Now if we take into consideration the actual values of this Pi and Po. Now we know very well the value for this Pi. In the last lecture we already discussed it. What is the equation for this Pi? That is the induced molar polarization. But now the second orientation polarization is there, that is a Po. So according to Debye, according to the scientist Debye, the equation for this Po, that is this Po is equal to 4 by 3 pi n, is a 4 by 3 pi n into mu square upon 3k into t. This is a Po is equal to 4 by 3 pi n mu square upon 3 kt. So this is the equation for orientation polarization according to the scientist Debye. So this is the first equation. This is the first equation for calculating this type of the orientation polarization for the polar molecule. On the other hand, we know very well the second equation for this induced polarization Pi is equal to. So what is it? So it is a 4 by 3 pi n alpha. So this is a same equation which we discussed in the last lecture, the equation for induced molar polarization. So this is a equation number 2. Now we know the two different equations, equation number 1, equation number 2 for two different polarization, orientation polarization and induced molar polarization. Now if we substitute both these values in this final equation, that is a total molar polarization, so it becomes this total molar polarization, that is a PT, is equal to, so what is equal to, this is a Pi plus Po, Pi plus Po is total equal to D minus 1, this is a D minus 1 upon D plus 2 into M upon D is equal to. Now if we substitute the values for this Pi and Po, so we will get here 4 by 3 pi n alpha plus, so it is a 4 by 3 pi n alpha instead of this Pi, plus instead of this Po we have to write this value for this from this equation number 1. So it is a 4 by 3 pi n into mu square upon 3 kt. So this is the final equation for calculation of the particular total molar polarization of a polar molecule, is a summation of induced molar polarization plus orientation polarization is equal to D minus 1 upon D plus 2 into M upon D is equal to 4 by 3 pi n alpha plus 4 by 3 pi n mu square upon 3 into kt. Now if we look toward this equation, this is a equation for calculating the total molar polarization, and this equation is called as the Debye equation. This equation is called as the Debye equation. This is a Debye equation. This equation is called as the Debye equation for calculating the total molar polarization. Now in a given equation some constant terms is there. So what are that constant terms? N is constant, this alpha is a deformability, next term is your mu, that is called as a dipole moment, this K is a Boltzmann's constant, and this T is called as a temperature in a Kelvin. So if we consider all these constant terms collectively, this complicated or this equation get converted into the simplified form. So that simplified form is this total molar polarization, this total molar polarization, that is PT, is equal to, that PT is equal to A plus B divided by T. This total molar polarization is equal to PT is equal to A plus B divided by T. So these two constants we take here to convert this equation into the simplified form A, and this is a B. Now what do you mean by this A? Now this A is taken instead of, so this A is taken instead of 4 by 3 pi n alpha. So in this equation, what is the value for this A? A is equal to 4 by 3 pi n alpha. So this is the value for this A. On the another hand, what is the value for this B? Now B is taken instead of this 4 by 3 pi n mu square upon thrice K. So this B is equal to 4 by 3 pi n into mu square upon thrice K. So these are the constant values for this A and B. So this is a simplified form of the equation to calculate total molar polarization of a polar molecule, that is a PT is equal to A plus B divided by T. Now this equation is similar to the equation of straight line. This is the equation of, is similar to the equation of a straight line. So now if we plot a graph of, now with the help of this equation, if we plot a graph of this PT, that is total molar polarization versus 1 upon T, so we will get one graph. This graph is a total molar polarization versus 1 upon T. This is a total molar polarization, that is a PT, versus 1 upon T. So if we plot such a type of graph, we get the a particular nature for this particular graph. We get the two different type of the natures from this graph, the two different type of this nature is obtained. So if we plot such a type of simple graphs of this total molar polarization versus 1 upon T, so this four different type of the nature is obtained. So first is it is for CH4, this is for CCl4, next is here HCl, this is for HCl, and this is for methyl chloride. So this type of graphical representation is obtained if we plot such a type of graph. Now from this graph we can make one conclusion that if we plot the total molar polarization versus 1 upon T, so we can say that the molar polarization for this methane and CCl4 remains constant. It remains constant. So we can say that for this type of the non-polar molecule, this CH4 and CCl4 is called as a non-polar. So for this non-polar molecule, this total molar polarization remains constant. On the other hand, the remaining two molecules, that is one is a hydrochloric acid and second is called as a methyl chloride. So for such a type of the polar molecules, this total molar polarization, if we plot versus 1 upon T, they get increase. They get increase. So this is a difference between the non-polar molecule and a polar molecule in terms of their total molar polarization. So in our today's video lecture, we discuss regarding the molar polarization of a polar molecule. So for this purpose, we take the two different figures, figure A and figure B. The figure A is the behavior of molecular dipoles of a polar molecule in an absence of electric field. So if we take the polar molecule in absence of electric field, these molecular dipoles of a molecule get oriented in a random manner. So that randomness is observed in a particular polar molecule. So that's why the induced molar polarization is observed or is obtained. On the other hand, if we place a same polar molecule in the presence of the electric field or in between the two charge plates, so what happens? The randomness of these molecular dipoles in the figure A get somewhat regular or ordered molecular dipole orientation is there, and that's why one type of the polarization is generated due to the thermal agitation, and that polarization is called as the orientation polarization. Now if we want to calculate total molar polarization for such a polar molecule, then that is given by d minus 1 upon d plus 2 into m upon d. Now the total molar polarization can be given as total molar polarization Pt is equal to a summation of induced molar polarization plus orientation polarization is equal to d minus 1 upon d plus 2 into m upon d. Now according to the Debye, this orientation polarization is given by 4 by 3 pi n mu square upon thrice kt. Mu is called as a dipole moment, this k is called as a Boltzmann's constant, and T is called as a temperature in a Kelvin, and this Pi is given by the equation 4 by 3 pi n alpha. Now if we substitute both these values in above equation, we get this type of the equation of the total molar polarization, and this equation is nothing but the Debye equation. This equation is called as the Debye equation. This complicated equation get converted into the simplified form as total molar polarization is equal to A plus B divided by T, where this A stands for 4 by 3 pi n alpha and this B stands for 4 by 3 pi n mu square upon thrice k. Now this equation is in the form of straight line equation. So if we plot a graph of this total molar polarization versus 1 upon T for the two different type of the molecules, two molecules are called as a non-polar and two molecules are called as a polar. So this type of nature is obtained. So from this nature we can say that for non-polar molecules this total molar polarization remains constant, while this total molar polarization for this polar molecule get increased with respect to the 1 upon T. So this is the important aspect of a molar polarization for this type of the polar molecules. So with this, today we stop here. The remaining portion from a syllabus we will cover in a upcoming video lecture. So with this I stop here. Thank you so much.